into the goal line, and that's easily dealt with there by Kelsey Fisher. In her 3rd season in League One, the Rivers keeper, and it's a good kick out from Fisher, and it's a chance here for Rivers. It's a nice flick over by Taylor Miller. Can she keep it in? She can. She just didn't get the direction there. Everything else was right about that. Nice long ball forward there from Fisher. Sandhu just did enough coming out of her goal there to put Taylor Miller off, looking for her 3rd goal of the season, and just coming within inches of giving the Kamloops side the lead here. But that's certainly going to give Rivers some hope that they can test this Unity defence. Taylor Miller's been very solid. Brings experience to this Rivers team. One of the oldest players on the team at 30, the Kamloops native. Bagged a couple of goals last year in League One. And here come Rivers again, Grether. That's a nice little attempt there. The idea was right, but that was well read by Unity. And now they get a chance to break with Batar. Good battle, I think we're going to see this afternoon between Brianna Batar and Raya Rumo. And Batar tries to keep that one in, but despite her best efforts, that just runs behind. It's going to be a Rivers throw-in deep in their half. Brianna Batar, one of the star players for me last year in L1BC, made my team of the season, led Unity in scoring. And she's looking to try and have another good year. Made the move to Trinity Western for the last college season, transferring after a couple of years with Memphis Tigers. And 7 goals for Batar last year. Just a 1 for Brianna Batar so far this 2024 campaign. Batar in the action again, plays that one back to field. She's forced to play this one back to Bazile. Shay Taylor now, battling away. And that was the right idea, but Crowther, not only offside, was going to be unable to keep that in anyway. Good turnout again here this afternoon. Second time I've been up here for a match. Made the trip up to watch the TSS game a few weeks ago, and Unity certainly put on a fantastic home game day experience. If you want to come out and take in the action, food trucks, entertainment, everything you're going to want from L1BC action, as well as some good football on the pitch. Both Unity's men and women's teams are certainly going to be in the mix come playoff time. Graham Roxburgh still welcoming back some players to the fold for this season. As I mentioned, 3 players this afternoon making their first appearances for the Surrey side. That one broken up well by Rivers, but they're going to be forced back here, and they'll want to play the patience game as well. They're not going to try and force anything. Despite the 5-0 scoreline last week against the Whitecaps, it was a very good performance by Rivers, and probably one of the best tests that the Whitecaps had. It was causing the Whitecaps Girls Elite a little bit of trouble breaking down. Very resolute defensive setup from Rivers last weekend, and they've had a few more chances this afternoon in attack than they did last week. Ball comes in the box, flicked on there by Miller. Good delivery coming in there from Cambria Millen. Mellon, one of 6 Rivers players this afternoon that's played in every game so far now for them this season. Grether battling away there, and that's a heavy challenge there on Sarah Bazile, and the Referee just over to make sure that there's no afters. Grether's really impressed me so far this season. 24-year-old from Kamloops, in her 3rd year now with Rivers. 1 goal in the debut season in 2023 and 3 goals last year for Grether. As that ball's just going to run through to Sandhu. Ainsley Grether, certainly in her college career, the last 2 years that she's had with the Wolfpack were her best years in college, put up her best numbers, 4 goals in 2022, 5 goals in 2023, and she certainly has been continuing that form in League One. And there is Grether again, battling away, trying to win that one back. I think there's going to be a few misplaced passes this afternoon just in these wet conditions. And Rivers thought they had the throw in there. I have to say, I thought they did as well, but referee Sydney Beveridge thinking otherwise and giving this the way of the home side. And they get another one here, slowly moving up the sideline into the Rivers half now. Bazile will send this forward. We know she has got quite a long throw when needed from watching her play with the Spartans in Canada West. Trinity Western silver medalists last year in U Sports, one of the best college programs throughout Canada, and that has transitioned to their play in League One, where made the playoffs last year, lost the championship game to the Whitecaps despite taking the lead, and then came away with the bronze medals in the 2nd Inter-Provincial Championships out at Willoughby in Langley. And a rare loose one there from Sophie Crowther, but no harm done as Unity will just mop this up and build again from the back. Bazile feels she's been very much involved in the early action. She seems to be the player whose name I've called the most so far this afternoon. And back on the ball again just now. Nice little dummy there by Crowther. Comes through to Charity Field. Little give and go, but just overhit there by Crowther, and that's just going to run out now for a Rivers throw-in. You see the understanding that a lot of these players have from their time playing together in the college ranks. And for a lot of these players on both teams, it is their 3rd year now together in League One. Rivers having their strongest start in the women's side in the 3 years so far. Just that 1 defeat, 3 draws, and Dave Cork's side just need to try and find a way to turn those draws into the 3 points, because everything is going to be so crucial just now, and the more draws there is, it's just going to let the teams at the top pull away. You've seen it with Altitude, who's moved into 2nd and have a little bit of cushion now in 2nd place. Whitecaps obviously the class act of the division so far, undefeated in their 5 matches. Bitar gets that one there from Hicks. The Unity captain, also leading scorer for the side in the early going of the season. Freeman battling away there under the pressure of 2 Unity players, and Unity come away with it. Bazile. Crowther was appeals for offside there, but Crowther on. Lovely dangerous ball to the back. It's cut in there, and the shot comes in from Alana Beckering. Maybe a cut back into the middle was the better option there, but she just hits that one wide, and Rivers breathe again in the 18th minute here. Taylor, little attempted flick on there. Cut out by Unity, but Taylor wins it back. She's got 2 players up with her. She's got Freeman, and this one comes through to Jocelyn Orr. Grether with a big tackle. Good 50-50 shoulder charge there, keeping the ball alive for Rivers, but Crowther back doing a good defensive shift, and now Unity will try and bring it out, but a foul against Grether there, and we're going to get the first card of the afternoon. Seemed a shoulder one for me, but Grether goes in the book in the 19th minute. She's going to have to watch herself now for the rest of this one. She loves a tough tackle, so she's going to have to maybe rein that in a little bit. She's certainly been putting herself about in the early stages here. Bitar now. And again, Rivers win it back, but unfairly, according to the referee. Tristan Corneal, the player, sent crashing to the deck. And
yellow card issues to Rivers, number 8, Ainsley Grether, in the 19th minute.
Corneal and Crowther both standing over this one, the two set piece takers for Unity. We'll see whether it's going to be a in-swinger from Crowther here. And indeed it is, and she goes straight for goal, and that's going to be easily dealt with by Kelsey Fisher. You're not going to beat the Rivers keeper with an attempt like that. Or tries to play that inside, but it's well snuffed out, the danger there from Maddie Melnichuk. One of the players making her first League 1BC appearance of the season. Another player coming off a very solid college year. Unity just playing the patience game, not trying to force anything here, looking for any space they can find in any of the channels, and Rivers doing a defensive job to not really give any space up for them. Every time a Unity player gets the ball anywhere in or around the Rivers half, they're getting closed down very quickly. They've had a little bit of luck up on the right side here. But they're going to build out of the left, and it's Danielle Cooper trying to play this one forward to Bitar. Runs clear, and Corneal manages to flick that off the Rivers defender, and they're going to have a throw-in for Unity midway in the Rivers half. Bitar back to goal, gives that back to Corneal. She's got space here to send a good ball into the box. Doesn't quite connect with that, and it's easily dealt with and cleared. Now it's going to be a foot race, and Taylor Miller is off to the races here. She doesn't have any support. She's going to have to go herself here. Miller, tight angle, goes for the shot into the side net, and it was going to be really tough to beat Jovan Sandhu from that angle. Jocelyn Orr trying to get up really quickly there in support. But you see the speed there of Taylor Miller, just put on the jets and got away from the last defender there. That's the second time now Miller's been in on goal. This time, though, just forced away and didn't really have the angle or support to be able to do anything with that. Rivers managed to win this one back. Delicate little flick inside, but that's well read by Unity, and they'll bring this one out. Poked off, though, Orr now. She's got a couple of options. Will she go for herself? She does, and it's a low skimmer. It's spilled by Sandhu. Miller in quickly and can't capitalise on that. So it was Ava Wright that was in quickly there on that loose ball. Talked about how these conditions is going to make it tricky for the goalkeepers out there. It's certainly worth having a ping from the edge of the box and see how the keeper deals with it. Or plays this one back now to Black. Nice ball through to Grether. Grether goes for goal. And Sandhu will smother that at the second attempt. Rivers enjoying their best spell of game here in the last couple of minutes as we move past the halfway point of the first half. Field springs Crowther, but she just overruns that, and that allows Raya Rumo to come back and knock that one away, and Rumo wins her side a foul in the process. You're watching League 1 BC Game of the Week on the League 1 BC YouTube channel, and League 1 BC would like to acknowledge the following league partners: CIBC, Gatorade, the Cruyff Institute, Derby Star, Macron, Vibrant Performance, the Canadian Premier League, One Soccer, and BC Soccer. Here's another chance here for Unity. Good delivery that time coming in for Beckering. Just too much on that, and that's over the head there of Charity Field, and it's going to run behind for another goal kick coming up for the visitors from Kamloops. A little bit scrappy in the middle, but this is allowing Rivers to try and get something going with Miller. Under pressure, nice little back heel though there from Taylor Miller. Unity just clear it into the Rivers half, and that attempted clearance there from Fernie is blocked by Batar. Rivers get it back, and Orr just going to have to really put on the skills here, and the Jets to try and get this one away from Bazile, who lets that one run out. Remember, if you want to get in touch during the broadcast, you can do so on the YouTube stream. We'll check in on that every now and again. If you want to talk about this match, either of these teams or the League 1 BC season, or you can get in touch with myself, Michael McCall, on Twitter at AFTN Canada. First of a double header of matches coming to you this afternoon from Cloverdale. And Rivers now the chance to send this free kick in. Goes straight for goal. A very ambitious attempt there from Malia Fernie. Not sure if that was what was intended or it was just a cross that didn't quite have the direction on it. Either way, just runs behind for a Unity goal kick. So we're in the 27th minute here at Cloverdale, and still scoreless between Unity and Rivers. High one forward. Under pressure and bundled over there was Cambria Melham, and Rivers will get themselves a free kick now. As I thought the referee was going to bring out our second card of the afternoon. Just a talking to there though for Sophie Crowther. Maybe her last warning. Next tackle from her might be bringing the referee's yellow out of her pocket once again. That's a through ball here for Field to try and chase down. She goes for the shot, flashes at that one wildly, and that one is high and over, not troubling Kelsey Fisher in the slightest there. Unity, though, have these players with the ability to get onto these balls forward and these through balls and put on a bit of speed and get in towards goal. Rivers looking to build slowly out the back, and I think Unity now seeing that, going for a much higher press. As that ball just deflects off the Rivers attacker there, and it's going to be out for another Unity goal kick. Grether now tries to calm things down, but it's a loose one. It's picked up by Beckering. Little touch inside. Bitar springs Charity Field again. She's in on goal. She's got Crowther at the back. Tries to find that to Crowther. Loose ball breaks to Beckering. Gets past one, gets past the second, gets the shot off, but well blocked there by Wright. And the shot comes in the end there from Maddie Melnichuk, but straight into the arms of Kelsey Fisher. And the best chance Unity have had there to break the deadlock here. Once again, that through ball springing Charity Field. She did the right thing trying to get that to the back post to Crowther, who was wide open, but it was well read by Rivers, and they breathe again. Diagonal ball there, looking to try and play an or. Flicked off the head of Bazile, and it's going to be a chance now for Rivers deep in the Unity half with the throw in here. Ava Wright plays that inside. Great play there by Freeman. Had to be a decisive tackle there. Rivers keep the ball alive. And now Unity will maybe get a chance to play. In fact, they don't. It's going to come straight back into them. Now it's flicked out here to Orr. Orr tries to touch that inside, but Sarah Bazile having a fantastic game out there. Certainly one of my players of the first half, then number 7 for Unity. Cara Freeman there, having a good opportunity, making room for herself, and just, in the end, running out of room. Elizabeth Hicks had to be decisive with the tackle. Hicks sends the free kick high. It's flicked on by Bitar, looking for Field to try and run through to that. Fisher quickly off her line with Crowther closing her down. Good kick by Fisher into the Unity half, but it's Bazile that picks it up once again. Cooper now bringing it forward. She's got time to try and find a pass, forced to play it out wide again. No real space being given up by Rivers. Beckering is in acres of room though out on the right wing if she wants to make the overlapping run here. It's chipped forward for Crowther, just too much on that, and that's going to run behind for another Rivers goal kick as we're past the half-hour mark into the 33rd minute here at Cloverdale, still scoreless in this battle between 4th and 6th. A win for Rivers this afternoon would see them leapfrog Unity. Just 1 point between the two teams heading into this one. Hicks threads that through. I was going to say perfectly for Charity Field, but the flag up on the near side here very quickly. And you can see the wind that's blowing just now. It's not sure how much it can get picked up on the stream, but the linesman's flag there, as soon as it went up, fluttering in the wind, and you can see the swirling in the corner flags as well. Rivers certainly have it behind their back just now, and you feel they maybe need to try and take advantage of that, get some shots in on Sandu, see if there can be a spill. And that's the first mistake of the afternoon from Bazile. Just the wet ball skips off her foot there, but she recovers well and sends that one into touch for a Rivers throw-in. Over to take it again is Ava Wright. Grether chests it down, gives it back to Wright. Takes a little look up to see who is in the middle. It runs through to Orr, and she flashes a shot in on goal. Doesn't quite get that on target, and that's just going to run past Sandhu's post. No goals, but plenty of goal-mouth opportunities in this one. Unity's probably enjoyed the better chances through the first 35 minutes, but I would say Sandhu has been the busier of the two keepers. Fisher hasn't really had too much to do apart from collect some through balls. Cooper now looking to see if she could play that up to Crowther on the left. Now it does come out to Crowther. She'll play it back to Cooper. Unity being forced back here by the Rivers press, so they'll try and recycle it now out to the other side. And it has been the right side that has had the most success, I would say, for Unity so far. Beckering gets that one taken off her foot though by Nora Bell. She's got Miller ahead of her if she wants, but she goes for goal, doesn't get the direction on that at all. And maybe the shot there wasn't going to be the better option, but it's one of those things, get it on target, and you are certainly going to test Sandhu in these wet conditions. But Bazile now. Sore one there on Sarah Bazile from Nora Bell. It's going to be a Unity free kick here, just inside the Rivers half. And Elizabeth Hicks is going to be over once again to take this one. Nudges that one forward to field. And just slightly overhit running behind Maddie Melnichuk. But Cooper there to mop up the danger. Now it comes back to Melnichuk, and that's well cut out there by Freeman. She's got Taylor ahead of her, and we know she's got the speed. Freeman just a little bit slow. She needed to play that through ball there. Now Unity break this one up with Hicks. And this one will come back to Fisher. Coolly and calmly knocking that one out, but it's given away by Rivers. Batar tries to play in Crowther. Crowther's run, though, was checked well by Ava Wright, forcing Crowther to go to the outside, and she couldn't get on the ball, and Wright taking no chances there. Putting that one out for another corner coming up for the home side. And it's going to be Tristan Cornell once again over to take this corner on the near side. Cornell plays that to the back of the box. It's cleared. Important boot on that to get that one away. Grether battling away in the middle with Hicks. Hicks winning that one this time. And Bazile will get a chance to get this one out to the wing. She's going to get it back from Crowther. Sophie Crowther's been all over the pitch on both sides in the last few minutes here for Unity. We know what a dangerous player she can be. Led Unity last year with at least 5 assists, and I say at least 5 because I was the only person trying to track the assists last year. Not all the games had gone up, so from the games that we saw, she had at least 5 assists in those ones. 2022 Canada West Rookie of the Year as well with the Spartans, and has had 2 fantastic college seasons now for Spartans in the college game, and bringing those skills to League One as well with Unity in her 3rd year now with the Surrey side, as that ball forward looks to try and fall into Crowther. The loose one nearly broke there to Bitar. And Unity looking for the free kick there, but it was just a good 50-50. Nice challenge there from Annika Black. But Unity will get the throw in on the near side here. Bazile plays it to Crowther. She gives it back to Bazile, skips inside, tries to give the return pass to Crowther. Slight miscommunication there, run not made by Crowther, and that's just going to run behind. Kelsey Fisher will take her time. Good defensive showing from both teams here. Defence is certainly on top, and it's going to be interesting to see what either side can do to try and break this down. Both coaches have some good attacking pieces on the bench. And Field takes that one off the boot there of Fernie. Field inside to Crowther. Nice little pass back there to Beckering, trying to find her feet, trying to thread that one through to Bitar, but well read by Ava Wright. Unity though still trying to keep the pressure on here. Hicks forced to play that one back to Shea Taylor. Now Unity will recycle it out to the left. Beckering and the attention of Mellum. Mellum winning that one. Freeman still battling away for that for Rivers. Now they will get a chance to send this one up the field, but that's asking a lot of Taylor Miller. We've seen the pace that she's got, but that was certainly asking a lot for her as the ball goes out instead for a Unity throw-in. Unity thought it had gone out in a slightly different place, but they'll get on with it now. And another cheap free kick given away by Rivers will allow Unity to send their big bodies up and get this ball into the box, with Cornell standing over this. Crowther coming over as well, and Cornell, I thought Cornell was backing off there to let Crowther take this. She might very well be in for it. It is going to be Sophie Crowther that sends this in-swinger into the box. Doesn't maybe quite connect with that the way that she wanted, but the ball comes back to her here. Little flick outside for Field. Very well read though by Mellum. Unity quickly on with it. Beckering, little touch inside. Tussling away there with Cara Freeman, and the decision goes the way of Rivers. But Unity win it back quickly once again, and they get a chance to get something going here. Through ball, looking to try and play in Crowther. Just has too much on that one. That's just going to run behind. Beckering keeps it in, sends it up the left for Bitar to chase down, but once again, Rivers reading that very well. Into the final few minutes of the first half here. Can't imagine there's going to be too much time added on by the referee either. Can either side find a breakthrough after a good little spell for Rivers about 10 minutes ago? It's been pretty much all Unity since then. They look the most likely to find the breakthrough before half time as the flag up quickly again there on Alana Beckering. Rivers feel happy with the scoreline right now, and not in a lot of urgency leading up to half time here. Be surprised if there's more than 1 minute of stoppage time that's going to get added on. We'll keep an eye though on the fourth official on the far side. Taylor, she's been busy pressing over there. Rivers do have Emily Clark, who has been so good for them in the first 2 years of League One. She is on the bench. As Grether plays it through to Miller. Loose ball picked up by Grether, touch inside to Freeman. Comes back out to Grether. Is Grether going to go for the shot here? Does well hold off Melnichuk. Sends that one in. Looking to try and thread that one through to Bell. Given away though by Rivers, and a chance now. Bazile plays that up the right here, and Batar's got space in front of her, but very quickly closed down there by Raya Rumo. Great defensive play there from Rivers, and Rumo in particular. She read that so well, as we know how dangerous Batar can be on these breakaways. This time the ball comes off Crowther, and it's going to give Rivers a chance for the throw-in. Wright plays that forward to Freeman. And a loose one just given away there from Black.
Has indicated that there will be a minimum of 1 minute.
Just 1 minute. Get added on the ball, threaded through to Crowther, but again she puts that one away. But the flag up very quickly on the near side here, and is Crowther's going to get a booking there for putting the ball in the back of the net. Seems a little bit harsh. By the letter of the law, it is a yellow card, but the game is goalless. She's not exactly trying to waste time here. Second booking of the first half. There's Sandu out to quickly put that one into touch.
Unity FC, yellow card given to number 18, Sophie Crowther.
Rivers look like they may be the team that's going to get the last chance to break the deadlock in the first half, as Grether battling away. Bazile wins it again, as she's done so much in the first half here. And referee Sydney Beveridge brings the first half to a close. It's scoreless at half-time here at Cloverdale Athletic Park. Unity FC nil, Rivers FC nil. Go, stick the kettle on, grab your biscuit of choice, and join us in 15 minutes for the second half of this one.
Big Chip Food Truck. The official ball of the Canadian Premier League.
Welcome back to Cloverdale Athletic Park in Surrey. It's a wet one, but it's League 1 BC Women's Division action. You're watching League 1 BC Game of the Week here on YouTube, whether you're watching live or later on demand. Thank you for taking in and supporting League 1 BC. Remember, you can get all the information all season long on league1bc.ca or download the League 1 Canada app from the Apple, Google and Android stores for live notifications of matches, team score updates and a lot more. I'm Michael McCall. I'll have the call for you all afternoon as Rivers in the orange and blue outfits getting the second half underway here at Cloverdale. Scoreless in the first half between these two teams. Very much a game where defences were on top. We'll keep an eye to see if there's been any half-time substitutions. Didn't see any indications, so that may be to come as the ball comes through here to Beckering, and continuing where the first half left off, the flag up very quickly. Rivers have done very well with their line play today. They've been pushing up at the right times, and Unity just caught offside a few times in that first half. Whether they're just misreading the plays, just going a little bit too early, or the passes maybe coming through a little bit too late. Rivers have read everything so well so far. And looking around, yeah, definitely doesn't look like there has been any half-time subs, so we know they will come thick and fast in the second 45 minutes here. Important game for both these teams, just 1 point separating them in the standings. Unity sitting on 4th on 4 points, Rivers down in 6th, just 1 point behind though, so with points very much at a premium in both the men and the women's division. Every point matters. As Sandu forced to come out quickly there to snuff out that danger, and Crowther will now try and get this forward. Forced back though by Freeman. Now the team warming up at any subs at the moment, so I think it might be at least till maybe the hour mark before we see any changes in this one. That's a through ball looking for Cornell to try and chase down. That just gets away from the veteran and runs out for a Rivers throw-in deep in their half. Tristan Cornell, 30 years old, lot of experience. She's played in the pro game in Sweden and Lithuania, over in Ukraine, most recently in the Czech Republic with Sparta Prague. Bringing that experience to a very young Unity side. And she's been one of the standout performers for Unity so far through the first 4 games of the year. Still a lot of football to be played. We're a third of the way through the season now for both these teams. As Beckering sends that into the near post. It's cleared though, and Grether had time to maybe turn and play that further up the field, but not taking any risks and kicking that one out. But putting her side in a little bit of a dangerous position. Your view is kind of like my view at the moment, so I'm thinking this is a throw-in as opposed to a corner. In fact, it might actually be a corner. It is indeed a corner as the in-swinger comes in, and Fisher may have lost that a little bit as it was coming in. Didn't fully commit to it, and it went to the back post, but headed over in the end by Hicks. And Rivers will breathe once again. Fisher kicks it up. It's picked up and won back by Shea Taylor. Hicks tries to thread that through to field, but again, well read by Cooper. Bitar, and a loose one there. It's picked up by Charity Field. She can't get past the second defender there, and Rivers did well at closing down. Mellum had let that one just skip off her foot, but Malia Fernie over to deal with the danger. Unity though get the ball back. It's been all Unity to start the second half here. Again, trying to play the patience game. They don't want to suffer the same fate that they did on Monday, losing to a stoppage time winner on the North Shore against Altitude. That was a loss that really shook up the League 1BC standings. Altitude with a big win yesterday as well, coming from behind to beat Harbourside in Nanaimo to move up to second place in the standings, and they've got a 5-point lead now on Unity. Whitecaps, of course, running away at the top, but the top 4 teams make it to the postseason and the playoffs. You really want to try and avoid that 4th spot if you can help it, because that would mean a semi-final matchup against the Whitecaps. But you'd rather be there than not. But I think a lot of the teams, from speaking to coaches and owners, are certainly looking at targeting 2nd or 3rd so they can avoid the Whitecaps down the stretch in the postseason. Of course, single knockout football can produce shock results, so anything can happen once it comes playoff time. That goes towards the end of July. Rivers again unable to clear their lines, and Unity pounce on the loose ball. Crowther tried to get something going there, but Rivers once again break it up. Good tussling play there from Bazile. But a giveaway this time by Unity, and this is maybe going to give the chance to Nora Bell to get something going. Tries to send that up the right wing for Taylor Miller. Miller gets to the ball, looks for some support in the middle. It was a little bit slow coming up. She had to hold on to the pass there, and that allowed Unity to recover and get some defenders back there. Rivers though now with the loose ball. Mellum, that's a good delivery into the box, onto the head of Grether. She meets it well, can't quite get the power on that, and that's just going to run through into the arms of Jovan Sandhu. Unity now will get this one coming out from the right. Bitar does well to turn away from her marker there and wins her side a throw in as well, just inside the Rivers half. Hicks chips that one forward, but Rivers win it back. Bell, slight hesitation there. Cornell nips straight in to get it, but Rivers do get it back, and they'll get themselves a free kick as well, about 10 yards into their own half. One back immediately by Unity. Bazile, certainly in my running for player of the game from her first half performance. Battling away there, keeping it alive for Unity. Now here's a chance for Bitar to run. She's got numbers forward. That's a good ball into the box for Beckering to bring down at the back post. Centres it to Charity Field, who bundles the ball home. It's not the prettiest of goals, but Unity will not care about that. 8 minutes into the second half, and Unity have the 1-goal lead. Charity Field putting the Surrey side ahead. That goal, Charity Field's first one of the 2024 season. Alana Beckering getting her first assist of the year as well. And now Rivers will be forced to open up a little bit. They put in a good defensive showing, but the way this second half has started, you really felt that a goal was imminent for Unity, and they get it there, and they're straight right back into the attack with Sophie Crowther. Again in and around the Rivers box, and a big Rivers boot sends that one free.
FC scored in the 53rd minute by number 17, Charity Field. Rivers FC substitution. Entering the game is number 11, Kira Heyman. Exiting, number 4, Jocelyn Orr in the 52nd minute.
And as you might have heard there, Rivers making a substitution after that goal. Number 11, Kiera Heyman. Coming in and making way is the number 4, Jocelyn Orr. Heyman, 21-year-old midfielder, kind of like for like switch from Penticton. Played last year with Victoria Highlanders. Highlanders, of course, no longer in League 1BC, so Heyman playing closer to home this season. Was the 2021 UNBC Female Rookie of the Year, and Rivers could certainly do with her skill here this afternoon to try and get themselves back into this one. Rivers have certainly done enough to show that they can get themselves back into this game. And here they are on the attack here. Taylor Miller. Outside to Grether. Grether goes for the shot. It's blocked by Unity. It's bouncing about. Cornell can't bring it down. Here's Bell. Forced to the outside, and she just overruns that one and takes that over the byline, and that's going to be out for a goal kick to the home side. Good response though by Rivers. They still need to keep themselves tight at the back and not let this one get away from them. They've only got the one loss on the season so far. That was last weekend to a very strong and dominant Whitecap side. Their other 3 games this 2024 season finishing in draws, and they'll look to see if they can fight back here. Unity will just really want to keep their shape and consolidate. They're always the most susceptible when they've scored, as most teams are. But they know they can't rest on their laurels against this dangerous side. And here they go again. Bazeo just overruns and it just goes out. She's unable to keep that in. She was looking for a touch and in fact does agree, the referee, in the end. Linesman hadn't initially, but Unity now have a throw-in as we're going to get some more substitutions coming up here. For Rivers, making way is number 8, Ainsley Grether. She's been one of the better players for Rivers this afternoon, but is on a yellow card. And coming in for Rivers is number 20, Rima Bachondo. Couple of substitutions as well coming up for Unity. Get to those ones in a second. Alana Beckering, who got the assist on that opening goal, is making way, the number 22 for Unity. Field, the goal scorer, says a dangerous one into the box, looking to try and play in Crowther. Or one of the ladies that's just come on, a Macy Slater.
Rivers substitution in the 58th minute.
Macy Slater, the number 9, 17-year-old from Langley, plays in the BC SPL with Langley United.
In the 58th minute. Exiting the match, number 8.
This is a good opportunity for Macy Slater coming into the game when her team has got the lead, making her League 1 BC debut.
Macy Slater. Exiting the match, number 22, Alana Beckering.
Rivers pushing here. Freeman plays that into the box. It's brought down very well. They just can't get that off. Nora Bell had done well to bring that one down, and now Rivers forced back, and Wright will play that back to Kelsey Fisher. Bitar now. That looked offside, but cut out anyway by Rivers. Bitar battling away. Bachondo now. Nice little touch outside, and here's a chance for Freeman to get something going. Looks up, plays that in to the middle, but it's cut out by Unity. Action flowing end to end now. Heyman trying to get involved in the action right away, playing that ball through. Rivers will win themselves a free kick. Luciana Andrews coming on for Unity as well for Maddie Melnichuk. This ball comes back to Fisher. She'll just get a boot on that up the pitch. Andrews, a 19-year-old from Coquitlam, played for Unity last year in League One, getting 1 goal. Transferred to Trinity Western for the 2023 college season, having played her first year in Canada West with the University of Fraser Valley Cascades. So, vast majority of these Unity players that you're seeing on the pitch just now have that chemistry from playing with the Spartans. And that's a nice ball here for Freeman. She looks up, plays it into Miller at the near post. Miller can't fully connect, does get the shot this second attempt. Well blocked though by Sandhu. And that's just a wild one there from Raya Rumo that didn't really have the power or the direction to trouble Jovan Sandhu. Past the hour mark now at Cloverdale. Unity with a narrow 1-goal lead. Rivers win themselves a free kick there. Taylor battling away with Freeman. The decision going against Shay Taylor. This will be a chance now for Malia Fernie to send this into the box. Rivers sent everyone bar 2 up for this. Some big players looking for position on the edge of the box. Fernie sends this high to the back of the box, only finds a Unity head. The ball comes back in, it's bouncing around, and it's just missed into the side net in there. Sandhu was scrambling, but couldn't get back. Breathes a huge sigh of relief as that one just nestled the wrong side off the post. Not even sure who had hit that one. So I watched that one back. It was a good punch from Sandhu originally, and then it just comes back in and does not miss by much. Field now. It's a great through ball for Crowther to chase down. She's got 2 options in the middle. Crowther takes it to the byline, cuts it back. Looking for the sub, Macy Slater. Only finds a Rivers foot instead, and that's going to be out for a Unity corner. 64th minute here. Unity holding the narrow lead, looking to add to that. And Tristan Cornell over again to take the corner kicks. Cornell, it's a dangerous one to the back post. In this swirling wind that could have gone anywhere, just runs over the foot though of Brianna Bitar. Remember, if you want to get in touch during the game, you can do so on the YouTube stream. Just leave a message in the chat or get in touch with me on Twitter at AFTN Canada. Lloyd Van Unen has done just that. He says, let's go Unity. Watching the action from out east, one of the Unity co-owners. And Noah Bell does well to turn away there. Still Bell puts on the jets, gets past Taylor. She's got options in the middle, sends it through to Taylor Miller. Nice dummy there from Miller, but not read by Bachondo, and the danger cleared by Cornell. That was a great break there. Good transition play from Rivers. And a nice little dummy from Taylor Miller, but not coming off for the Kamloops side. Miller has put in a fantastic shift out there this afternoon for Rivers and still battling away up front. Rivers have Emily Clark on the bench. I'm sure we will see her sooner rather than later. Made her first appearance of the season for Rivers last weekend against the Whitecaps in the game that I called. You can catch that one in the YouTube streams of the past. As Rivers are getting set to make another substitution here. I think it might actually be Emily Clark that's coming on. My old eyes can't see the small numbers that far away, but we'll keep an eye, see if they look to make it here or if they're going to wait. In fact, the substitution is coming up now, and it's Nora Bell making way, and it's Kate Ratty, the number 2 that is coming on.
In the 66th minute, entering is number 2, Kate Ratty. Exiting the pitch, number 26, Nora Marie Bell.
Ratty has played in every game for Rivers this season, coming on now as a sub. Good ball coming in there from Fernie. It's bouncing about the Unity box. Rivers pick up the loose ball. Heyman. Oh, and it's a giveaway, and now there's a chance here for Slater. She doesn't have a lot of support, but Slater puts on a burst of speed, gets away from her mark, who slips in the wet conditions. There's a couple of options in the middle. Bitar puts the foot out, directs it towards goal, and that is just inches away from being tucked away by Cambria Mellum for the second there. Unity calling for the corner there. Referee not having any of it. But that was a great opportunity for the home side to double their lead, and you feel probably put the game to bed. Midway point of the second half, fast approaching here. We've got a good game now. It's going end to end, both sides having chances. Rivers, you feel, are going to leave some spots at the back as they push for this equaliser, and Unity certainly have the players and the pace to punish any space that might be left by Rivers. Hicks now out to Crowther. Two players on, forcing Crowther wide, and she just carries that one out and behind. Rivers continuing with their slow build out from the back, and Unity have put them under quite a bit of pressure from those kickouts as that ball just going over the head of Bachondo. She gesticulating a little bit there, not sure if she was sure who was meant to be where, but it's won back here by Freeman for Rivers, and that was trying to play in Taylor Miller, but Miller went inside. The ball went to the outside. And Cooper deals with that danger. Here go Unity again with Crowther. So much of their attacking play goes through her on the wings. Cuts inside, she's got Field if she wants to find her. She does. Field pokes that one back to Bazile. Comes back in, and Crowther goes for the low shot. Easily dealt with though by Kelsey Fisher. Here go Rivers again. Again, a little bit of misunderstanding, but the deflection of the Unity player takes this one out for the throw-in. A lot more urgency we're seeing from Rivers now as Mellum sends that high one up. It's bouncing about, but Chondo can't knock it past there. But Rivers will keep it alive with another throw-in, quickly taken to Freeman. She's got Pachondo behind her, and Freeman, I think, wins a side a throw-in. She may have got a free kick. We'll kind of see how this goes. Hard to see for the Tents. It is indeed a free kick, and it's going to be Malia Fernie that will get another opportunity to send this one in the box. She's had good delivery so far this half. That one, not as much of it, but falls nicely, and that's a high looping effort coming in there for Rivers. You see the anguish there. On the face. But straight back into the action is Rumo. And Rumo, who had that shot there, just getting pushed over in the box, not happy about it. I think she's more frustrated at not fully connecting with her shot just before that. The rain still coming down here at Cloverdale. Good crowd out, couple of hundred out for this one in the wet conditions. As we get another substitution, the goal scorer, Charity Field, making way. Coming on for Unity, the number 27, Ainsley Iwaziuk. Charity Field getting her first goal of the season. And that's the difference between these two sides just now, coming in the 53rd minute. We'll see how more often Dave Cork goes to his bench for Rivers as well. Looks like there is some action on that, so some Rivers substitutions coming up imminently. For now though, Unity back in the attack. Cornell with the throw-in. Gets the ball back. Bichondo closes down well though, and a nice little touch out. Coming off Cornell, and Rivers will get the throw-in deep in their own half here. Referee not happy with the positioning for this throw-in. And we're going to get the Rivers substitution now that we've been looking for. Coming on is Emily Clark, making way. Taylor Miller. Miller, good shift this afternoon up front, and we know how dangerous Emily Clark is. I've been talking about her for the whole broadcast, so let's see what she can add to this Rivers team. Her third year for Rivers. Led the scoring for Rivers in 2022 with 3 goals. Got 3 goals last year as well for the Kamloops side. Four seasons under her belt as well with Thompson Rivers Wolfpack, where she's got 6 goals and 4 assists from her 42 matches.
Ainsley Iwaziuk, out is Charity Field. Entering the field, Jenna Rizzo, number 19. Exiting, Sarah Bazile, number 17.
Another sub for Unity, Sarah Bazile. Going off and coming on is number 19, Jenna Rizzo.
Substitution. Entering the field, number 21, Emily Clark.
Rizzo, a 19-year-old defender from Surrey. Was a rookie with Trinity Western in the 2023 college campaign with 3 appearances under her belt. And I'd like to have seen Miller and Clark up front together for Rivers. But Miller had certainly put in a shift. Don't know how much was left in her tank, but seeing the two of them together, I think would have been a much more potent offense for the Kamloops side. Clark had a tough first appearance last week against the Whitecaps, was substituted early on in that one. As Rivers right now find themselves penned in to their own half, just where Unity want to keep them as we get set to move into the final quarter of an hour here. Cornell looking for movement. Iwazic gets that one taken off her feet. Now here's a chance for Emily Clark. Is going to hold up in the wet conditions there. She's got numbers coming forward as well. Sends it into the box. It's just about picked up there by Heyman. She cuts it back to Freeman, who can't get the free shot. Great work there by Brianna Bitar to close down Freeman to avoid that shot getting off. But that little cutback there from Clark. Heyman just got it at the second attempt, and you thought she was maybe going to get a chance to poke one towards goal, but again, good defensive play by Unity. Slater. Nice little touch outside to Iwazic. And it runs off the Rivers play, and it's going to be out for a Unity corner at the far side. Sophie Crowther's going to be over again to take this one. I think we might be about to see another Unity sub. If it's a throw in, it didn't go out for the corner in the end, but Unity will still be happy with where they have it. Ball back to Taylor now. Cooper out to Cornell. Nice little touch inside from the veteran. It's a good ball into the box, but no Unity players to get onto the end of that one. Bitar out to Cornell. Under pressure, wins the throw in though, as Mellum puts that one out. Bitar pokes that forward, looking to try and play in Slater. Big boot though from Rumo. Now it's a chance maybe for Rivers. It's going to ask a lot of Emily Clark, but goes through the back there of Elizabeth Hicks. Thought that might have even brought out a yellow card there, but referee happy to let that one go. Clark's first real bad tackle since coming on as a sub. That one's flicked on dangerously for Slater to try and run out to Fisher. Had to be quickly off her line there, and does well again, the Rivers keeper. We saw Kelsey Fisher have a fantastic inaugural season in League One with Altitude. Before that season was curtailed with injury. Didn't really get a chance to establish herself with Altitude last year, making the switch to Rivers for this year, and has played every minute of every game so far for the Kamloops side. Coming together there between two Rivers players, but they get away with it, but this can't get the ball cleared. They give it away. Unity pick it up and win themselves a free kick as Crowther goes down under the challenge there. Unity happy just to slow the pace down as Cornell comes over to send this free kick into the box. Cornell, it's a dangerous one onto the head of Slater, and it's chested in by Macy Slater. Referee looked over at the linesman to make sure it wasn't offside, but a great delivery in there from Tristan Cornell, and Macy Slater gets her first League One BC goal. This 17-year-old Langley United BC SPL player chests that one in, and Unity have a 2-0 lead in the 75th minute, sorry, the 80th minute here. And it's going to be tough now for Rivers to get back in as Sophie Crowther now makes way with Kylie Hendricks, the number 6, coming on for Unity. That was a fantastic delivery into the box there from Tristan Corneal. Corneal's second assist of the season. As I mentioned, Macy Slater's not just first goal of the season, but her first goal in League 1 BC. Well done to the 17-year-old. Ball came in perfectly and she hit it off her chest, guided it past Kelsey Fisher, and Unity have the 2-goal advantage that you feel will, I was going to say see them home and dry. You can't really say dry in these conditions, but it will see them probably home and leave with all 3 points, barring a stunning late Rivers comeback here.
Unity FC goal in the 79th minute, scored by number 9, Macy Slater.
And Unity go again. Batar taking up that wide row. That just overruns for her. If Unity can keep the scoreline like this as well, it's also going to be their first clean sheet of the season. That will please Graham Roxburgh. His Trinity Western side don't give up a lot of goals, and he's used to shutting out the opposition, and he's going to be very happy with what he's seen this afternoon. Unity still not up to full strength. They had 3 players come back this afternoon making their first appearances in the starting 11. And there's still a couple more players to come back for Unity as they move into the second third of the season. This win will move them up the standings to third if they can hold on here. And as well as Rivers have battled, it hasn't really felt that there was many goals in them this afternoon. Whilst it was still 1-0, you thought, yeah, it could probably get themselves back into this, but 2 goals with less than 8 minutes to go is certainly going to be a tall order for them as they have
Unity
the long
FC
trip back
substitution
to
in the 80th
Kamloops.
minute, exiting the pitch, number 12, Danielle Cooper. Entering, number 29, Brianne Lammers.
Another substitution
substitution
for
for
Unity.
Exiting the pitch,
Brianne Lammers, the number
18,
29, has come on.
Sophie Crowther.
She's come on for
Entering,
number 12, Daniel
number 6,
Cooper.
Kylie Hendricks. Rivers substitution in the 80th minute, entering the pitch, number 10, L1BC. Exiting the pitch, number 17, Cara Freeman.
For Rivers, Cara Freeman making way after that second goal there, and coming on is L1BC, 21-year-old from Calgary, Thompson Rivers Wolfpack player. Fisher has to be out quickly to deal with that one. Brianne Lammers that came on for Unity there. Just played the 1 game in the 2023 college season, was a rookie with Trinity Western Spartans. Getting some important minutes under her belt this afternoon in League 1. Looking ahead to the season to come. Remember, you can get all your apps all season long, or all your stats all season long, on the League 1 BC website, league1bc.ca. Also, on the League One Canada app, available for free in Apple and Android stores. You'll get all the scores, updates, head-to-head results, standings, fixtures, and a lot more for League 1 BC and League 1 Ontario. You're watching League 1 BC Game of the Week on the League 1 BC YouTube channel. Hope you are enjoying the action wherever you are taking this in this afternoon. Bichondo tries to play that one through to Clark. Clark tries to turn away. Plays that just behind Abdissa, but she recovers well to get that ball back. Rivers keeping this one alive. But Unity with a big boot to clear it there. Another chance here for Unity. Score of that second goal, Slater just gets that one taken off her foot by Mellum. She can't clear it. Unity win it back now. Cornell. Almost hesitated too much there, Elizabeth Hicks. Abdissa was in quick, but Hicks recovered well. As that, it's going to be a foot race now between Hicks and Abdissa, and Hicks taking no chances, playing it back to Sandhu. Big boot up the field from the Unity keeper. One back though by Rivers. Heyman now. Trying to turn away to find space. Good ball into the edge of the box there by Heyman, but Cornell rises well to head the danger clear. Ball comes to Bitar now, who turns, makes space for herself, looks to see what options are open, doesn't see any, and will play this back to Hicks. Luciana Andrews there was looking for the long ball forward. She's looking for it again, just strayed offside. She's looking lively on that front line for Unity. Getting marked very closely by Cambria Mellum as well. As that ball now over the top here for Slater to run on. Flag stays down. Slater in on goal. Great recovery play though by Raya Rumo, knocking that away from the young strike, and the ball will run through to Kelsey Fisher. Rivers now. Straight back up the other end. Clark chips that in towards the edge of the box. Cleared by Hicks. Not too far though. Rivers get it back. Fast-paced into this game. This ball played forward, tried to get knocked on there by Kylie Hendricks, but ushered back to keeper by Annika Black. Fisher. It's broken up and brought down well though by Shea Taylor, but now Unity will be forced back. As that one just runs beyond the outstretched leg of Andrews, and it's going to be out for a Rivers throw, and they'll be quickly on to this. League 1 BC would like to acknowledge the following league partners: CIBC, Gatorade, the Cruyff Institute, Derby Star, Macron, Vibrant Performance, the Canadian Premier League, One Soccer, and BC Soccer. Thank you for spending your Sunday afternoon watching this first of two League 1 BC games that we have for you. The men coming up at 3:30. As again, two teams very close together in the standings. Unity and Rivers will battle that one out. And here's a chance, it's a loose one. Ramo plays it across goal, looking for someone to run in. Abdissa just couldn't get there in time, and it's cleared by Jenna Rizzo. Ball's going to come straight back in though here for Rivers. To the edge of the box, and just a swing and a miss there. And it falls favourably here for Andrews. Andrews was looking for the return pass there, but Unity will just move this one back. They're quite happy with the scoreline just now, not pushing too far here. And that one's just going to run out Andrews under pressure again from Mellum. The two number 14s been very close together, almost stuck together like glue out there since Andrews came on and moved out to the left wing. Andrews gets away from her marker there as the ball comes to Slater. She was looking for the pass, she gets it now. But that just takes a little touch off the Rivers player, then it's going to be out for a Unity throw, and they're exactly where they want to be in the last 30 seconds here. There'll be a few minutes of stoppage time getting added on. We'll keep an eye on the fourth official. As Bitar does well to bring that down and then gets a clumsy tackle there from Annika Black. No malice in it, but Brianna Bitar fell really awkwardly there, and you've got to be a little bit concerned for that. That looked a nasty little twist.
The fourth official has indicated that there will be a minimum of 4 minutes of added time.
And it does look like there's a lot of concern from our Unity teammates here as the trainer on. 4 minutes, minimum of 4 minutes of time to get added on here. Brianna Bitar, such a important player for this Unity side. And in these wet conditions, as the tackle came in, as I said, no malice in it from Annika Black. But it just looked like she fell really, really awkwardly in the wet conditions here. Bitar still getting treatment there, and she is... Her afternoon's definitely done, and this does look a bad one for Brianna as she's forced to get carried off here by the training staff. You wish her all the best, and hopefully it's not as bad as that injury first looked. Leading scorer for Unity last year, and she's been so influential for this Unity side both last season and this.
Rivers yellow card to number 22, Annika Black, in the 90th minute.
Annika Black picking up the yellow card for that challenge there, as Unity will get back onto it, and Carneil will send this free kick in from just at the edge of the box. Carneil to the back post, over the head of everyone, is bouncing about in the 6-yard box. It's cleared by Rivers, not too far though. But now it's won back by Rumo, and Rivers are going to get a chance to break here. Rumo just couldn't bring that ball down, and Rivers breaking in numbers. Comes out to Bichondo. She's got 3 options in the middle if she can find the good balls. A great delivery from Bichondo. Clark can't bring that one down. Rumo runs in there on Sandu, goes in hard. The keeper spills the ball. I thought that was going to be a free kick given against Rumo there for the studs up challenge, but Sandu recovers well. Sandu having a little word there with Ryo Rumo. I don't think she appreciated that challenge, as Brianna Bitar on the far side getting helped off. And as I say, wish all the very best to Brianna. Such a great player and a great person as well, and hopefully it does not look as bad as it currently does for the influential midfielder. Rivers now. It's a good ball forward for Clark to try and chase down, just carries too much, and that's going to be easily dealt with by Jovan Sandu. Sandu, 4 years under her belt at Fraser Valley Cascades, 7 clean sheets in her 43 appearances. On course for her first clean sheet of the season. Kept 3 clean sheets for Unity last year in League One. And this will be the Surrey side's first one of the year, or will it be? As in right now, and just across goal, a dangerous one there from Ciara Heyman. Abdissa was running in at the back post, just couldn't get onto the end of that. So a cross-come shot there from Heyman. But Rivers pushing hard in the closing minutes here, looking for some consolation at least. talked about how tight the playoff standings are. Goal difference could very well come into playoff positioning come the end of the season. So every goal, as well as every point, matters here in League One as the corner comes in. Off the head there of Mellom. She can't direct that on target, and that's going to be wide. And bring up a goal kick here for Unity. Deep in stoppage time now. 4 minutes were indicated. It will be a little bit more because of that injury to Brianna Bitar. And Sandhu not in any hurry here to get on with this goal kick. And why would she be? Andrews flicks that on for Slater to try and bring down. Ushered out though by Mellom, who gets quickly on with it. Flicked up by Ratty. It's going to come straight back into the Rivers half. Nice little flick on there by Andrews. Andrews gets the giveaway there from Fernie. Andrews thought about sending the ball into the box, but it's just going to keep this in the corner flag. Just a little bit too much there from Luciana Andrews, and the ball cleared only as far though as a Rivers player, and they're going to keep this run straight back in. It just eludes Slater again there. Almost in for her second if she had just connected with that one, but Fisher did well quickly up the field from the Rivers keeper. Lammers if it was blocked here, and that's a ball over the top. Pachondo chasing down that loose ball. That's just got too much on it though, and Sandhu will collect it, fall on it, waste a few more seconds here as the seconds tick down at Cloverdale Athletic Park. And that's the last action of this one. It's a 2-0 win for Unity. Big 3 points for the Surrey side. Both the goals coming in the second half. Charity Field bundling the ball home from Alana Beckering, cut back across the box in the 53rd minute. Then, with 10 minutes remaining, Macy Slater gets her first League 1BC goal and her first Unity goal. Chestenholm corner, a nice delivery from Tristan Cornell. It finishes 2-0 here at Cloverdale. Unity now move up to third in the League 1BC standings, sitting on 7 points with that win this afternoon. I've been Michael McCall. Thank you for spending your Sunday afternoon with us. Hopefully you will tune in at 3:30 as the Unity men and the Rivers men battle it out in the second of our League 1BC Games of the Week.
Is open to any and all fans age 19.